Today we are going to meditate on the quote, "God is dead" by Friedrich Nietzsche. Now if you are with me, so open your heart and your mind. This statement by Friedrich Nietzsche is one of the most provocative and often misunderstood declarations in modern philosophy. At first glance, God is dead might seem like a literal claim about a deity no longer existing, but what Nietzsche really meant was that the traditional foundation upon which Western civilization built its morals, values, and meaning has been irrevocably undermined. To understand this fully, we need to look at the context in which Nietzsche wrote. In the wake of the Enlightenment, the advances in science and rational thought had begun to erode the unquestioned authority of religious dogma. The moral and metaphysical certainties that had guided society for centuries were being replaced by skepticism and empirical inquiry. Nietzsche observed that as these beliefs waned, the cultural and moral frameworks anchored in the idea of a divine order started to crumble. In saying God is dead, he was not celebrating nihilism, but rather diagnosing a profound crisis. Without the absolute moral authority of a divine being, society was at risk of falling into moral relativism and meaninglessness. This realization was both a tragedy and an opportunity. The tragedy lay in the fact that for many, the decline of these old certainties left a void, a loss of a guiding light that had offered comfort, structure, and a sense of purpose. Without this framework, individuals could feel untethered in a universe that no longer offered an absolute meaning or moral direction. Yet Nietzsche also saw a tremendous opportunity. In the absence of externally imposed values, human beings are free to create their own values, to forge meaning from their own experiences, and to live life more authentically. This process of revaluation requires immense courage and creativity, as it demands that we confront the uncertainty of existence and take full responsibility for our lives. Nietzsche's declaration, then, is a call to action. It challenges us to question the inherited moral codes and cultural narratives that no longer serve us in a rapidly changing world. It encourages us to reject passive acceptance of outdated beliefs and instead engage in a rigorous process of introspection and value creation. By acknowledging that God is dead, we admit that the external sources of meaning we once depended on have lost their power, and that it is up to us to find or create significance in our lives. In today's world, the echo of this sentiment is more relevant than ever. As traditional institutions and long-held beliefs continue to be questioned, many find themselves at a crossroads between the comfort of familiar certainties and the daunting freedom of forging a new path. Nietzsche's words resonate with anyone who has ever felt the weight of cultural expectations or the struggle to find personal meaning in a world where old narratives no longer hold sway. Moreover, this idea invites us to examine not just the decline of old values, but also the potential for rebirth in a new era of human creativity. In recognizing that the structures once thought eternal are in fact transient, we open ourselves up to the possibility of constructing a future built on principles that are actively chosen rather than passively inherited. This is not a call for aimless nihilism, but for a deliberate reimagining of what it means to live a meaningful and ethical life. Ultimately, God is dead serves as both a lament for what had been lost and a challenge to embrace the uncertainty of a post-religious world. It forces us to confront the reality that, in the absence of an absolute moral authority, we must find or create our own anchors in the storm of modern existence. Nietzsche's insight is a reminder that while the collapse of old certainties can be unsettling, it also paves the way for a more authentic and self-determined existence, one where each individual is tasked with the responsibility of imbuing life with meaning through personal reflection and creative action. If these words have made you feel better or helped you move forward, I invite you to hear other explanations in the other videos on our channel, to subscribe, and to share this video with those around you. If you agree with the explanations of this video on this quote, then feel free to like this video. And if not, feel free to share your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.